Hey, if you didn't know, we're celebrating a really big birthday this weekend. Grand Rapids is turning 175 this year, and the city is throwing quite the party to match. This Saturday, downtown Grand Rapids will be filled with music, games, history. We're talking sweet treats for a free, family-friendly birthday bash. It's happening at Rosa Parks Circle. Joining us now to talk about the celebration is Yvette Pittman and J.D. Waldvogel from the city. We appreciate you guys being here this morning. So what inspired the city to want to celebrate 175 and do it up this big?
Well, it's a birthday.
Well,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
And so just like anyone else, the city wants to celebrate because the community is what makes Grand Rapids special. And so we couldn't let this anniversary go by without acknowledging it.
Absolutely. You know, for folks who really haven't heard that there's going to be a birthday celebration happening downtown, what can we expect here?
Oh, lots of fun. It's a birthday party. So there's going to be community booths out there with all kinds of treats and giveaways, games and activities, as well as we're going to have a dunk tank.
Okay.
So you can come out and some city leadership.
I was going to say, who's going to be in said dunk tank here?
Yes, some city leadership will be in the dunk tank, as well as some of our water staff. So folks will find that very fun as well. There's going to be some free mini hot dogs, as well as birthday cake and ice cream.
Okay, hey, all words that I like to hear, right? Okay, so I'm going to need your help pronouncing this. Dodran's Bicentennial.
Yes, Dodran's Bicentennial.
Dodran's Bicentennial. Okay, what is that? Is that what 175 is?
Yes, that's what 175 is, exactly. Yeah, it's the big fancy word for 175 years, yeah.
Okay, okay, and what does that necessarily mean? It just means that it's a celebration of 175 years?
Yeah, exactly. So Grand Rapids was founded as a city back in 1850. And so it's been, we kind of had two different celebration dates, one when the city was incorporated, one when the charter was signed. That was back in April and May. But we wanted to make sure that the party itself was held in a great weather, perfect weekend, and so we waited until June to kind of have this big party. But really what it means, it's kind of fun because it's it's 175 this year, next year is 250 for the nation. Okay. So we kind of have just this big double year of birthday parties going on.
Wow, so we've got right back to back things, including, we've got a lot going on, including the history aspect of this.
Yes.
And you guys just posted some stuff on the Grand Rapids Facebook page, and I believe I put a video in there which had all of that. If we could take that, it's one of these things. We're going to start to see these banners outside downtown. So tell us about what we'll be able to learn here.
Yes, so our city archives team has been hard at work with the public museums, some of the schools around the area, to build this exhibit called 175 Photos in 175 Years. And it's exactly what it sounds like. They went through and found one photo or an item or an artifact from Grand Rapids history from every single year between 1850 and now. And then we have these banners that you can see. The photos literally just came out like this morning, so these are fresh. And they will be, it's a kind of a mobile exhibit. So they're going to be at the birthday party this weekend, but they're going to be traveling all over the city at big areas over the next few months.
Okay.
And you can, like I said, you can take a look. There's little captions there, but there's also a QR code that you can scan, of course, that'll give you all the information you want. There's only so much room, of course, on the banners.
Right.
But it's been really fun kind of helping the team research a little bit and just seeing the work they're doing and learning new things.
Yeah, so in the 175 years since the city was founded here, what has changed? You know, can we talk about that and what has changed over time?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Grand Rapids started off as a lumber town, right? And then we were Furniture City, and now we're Beer City.
Yeah, we've kind of had a lot of different industries throughout the years, right?
Absolutely. And you can look at the landscape. One of the really cool images that our archivist found was St. Mark's Church is actually depicted in a painting that was painted about 1850, and that's still the same building that's standing today.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool because you can see some of the history if you know where to look for it, right? You know, sometimes we might just see an old building downtown and be like, you know, it's an old building, but it's still pretty cool that we have a lot of living history still today. It's something that we can all appreciate.
And we are building a scavenger hunt, actually, that we will release in in July.
Okay.
Where folks will be able to go and find these iconic landmarks and buildings as part of a scavenger hunt.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so back to the event this weekend, though. We've got entertainment on the board.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about who we're going to see.
Yes, Cabildo is going to open the show. They are a spectacle and a ton of fun. And then Nathan Walton and the Remedy will perform, as well as DJ Venus Flytrap.
Okay, very cool stuff. We've also, you know, aside from the entertainment, aside from the history lessons, we've got games, We've got food. I'm even hearing there's stilt walkers involved somewhere. What else can we expect from this extravaganza?
There will be jugglers, face painters, there will be balloon artists. We will have a touch-a-truck area, and again, thank you to our sponsors, Consumers Energy, Meyer, and Vicinity Energy, where folks can come and explore some of the city vehicles that you see around town. So you can actually get into a fire truck or see how one of our water trucks actually work, or a plow. So lots to do, lots to see. We have an esports area as well.
Wow.
Yes.
That's something that you don't necessarily hear about very often. Can you what is esports for the folks that don't know at home?
Well, esports is when you have the consoles and the games,
Yeah.
right? And then you can play, whether you're playing by yourself or you're actually playing other people. And other people can be from all over the world.
That's so cool. Let's talk about the cultural significance of this, because I know that there's a prayer that's going to kick everything off this weekend. Can you tell me about who's going to be doing that and what that signifies here?
Yes, the Grand River Bands of Ottawa Indians will be represented, and they will open the event with a prayer. They are the original Indigenous people of Grand Rapids, and we thought that that was so important that we acknowledge that this land was here long before we became a city.
Yeah, for those who are just now finding out about the event this weekend, what would you say to them at home to kind of entice them to come downtown to Rosa Parks Circle?
I mean, it's what Yvette's been saying is, like, it's a party. Like, that really is. It's all free. There's tons of swag. Almost every single table is gonna have some sort of game or giveaway to come down with. So you will be walking away well fed and with plenty of prizes and stuff like that. But honestly, like the whole goal from the get-go with the 175th and the party has just been to get the community together and have a lot of fun. So like it will not be something that you're going to want to miss.
Yeah, we're actually taking a look at the Experience Grand Rapids website, which highlights kind of some of the things that will be happening. Well, not only just with this weekend involved, but also the entire year's worth of celebration here that we're doing, which is very cool. And I think the biggest thing that I've seen since moving to Grand Rapids is that this city has so much pride. Like the people that live in and around this city have so much pride. Can you talk about that pride and why this is going to be an extra special, you know, just birthday bash here?
Well, like we said, 175 years, that's a huge accomplishment, right? For a city to not only be formed, but to thrive. When you look at Grand Rapids, and we are a mid-sized city, but the offerings that we have when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to business, when it comes to opportunities for work, you know, living and playing, Grand Rapids is a wonderful place, and we're often mentioned, you know, in magazines and on lists as a great place to live or play. And this is just another example of what makes Grand Rapids special.
And it feels like, you know, we have such a storied history going back so long, but we also have so many things that, like, tangibly on the horizon that's coming to us, you know, coming to downtown, new parks being open, new lodges being built and stuff. And so it just feels like a really fun way to celebrate the history, but also go, we're still going, we're still growing. And it's really exciting.
I mean, the momentum seems
perfect word.
Momentum seems great when you think of the Grand. I mean, you got the amphitheater coming downtown, the soccer stadium involved. I'm sure that there are projects that we don't even know about that are coming down the pipeline. Which we'll report on when we get there. But also, you know, a lot of local partners are involved in this too. You know, can you talk about the community support and how big of an effort it takes to pull something like this birthday bash off?
Absolutely. As I mentioned before, Consumers Energy, Meyer, Vicinity Energy, the Grand Rapids Kent County Arena Authority, as well as Celebration Cinema, and so many others, Independent Bank, who have come on board, and they wanted to be a part of the celebration because they understand that they are what makes Grand Rapids a wonderful place to live and work.
Yeah, I know we're kind of running out of time here, but I want to make sure that we get in a question about volunteers. You guys need volunteers for this weekend, or what's the situation like?
Absolutely, we do need volunteers, and if you're interested in volunteering, you can call our office, 616-456-3378, option 3, or you can go on our website, grandrapidsmi.gov, and you go to the Office of Special Events. But to find out more information about not only the birthday party, but other activations that we have coming up throughout the rest of the year for the 175th, you go to 175gr.com.
Okay, well there you go. And of course, I'm imagining you can find all the info for this weekend there as well.
Absolutely.
All right, and again, we have that info actually right there on your screen. Rosa Parks Circle this Saturday, 2 to 5, right?
Yes,
okay,
2 to 5.
Live music, you got some free treats, games, fun, stilt walkers,
Yes.
history, all of the above. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being in here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, have fun this weekend.
Yes.